I'm Sarah Deering, and today we're very excited to be joined by Michael Meredith, CEO of the ATA. Michael, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Sarah. Really happy to be part of the new program of Ac3TV.
Now, Michael, I suspect there are two types of people out there, those that know what the ATA is and those that don't. So for our viewers that don't, can you explain just what the ATA is?
The ATA is a national not-for-profit association that covers the contact centre industry in Australia. It was formed back in 1989 from a collection of contact centre managers who came together at that time to discuss and understand this new emerging industry called call centres. Our vision and mission talks very much about the professionalism, ethics, and growth of the contact centre industry, and we do that through a range of activities and events, ranging from many events through a local level, through our awards program, our conference, our standards program, and our new recently launched CCD program.
Well, as you just touched on, most people in the industry are aware of the ATA Awards, and it's certainly the pinnacle of achievement in our industry. For those that don't know much, what is the awards? What's it all about, and how do we get involved?
Well, our awards program is excellent. It's a fantastic program, we believe. It started back in 1995, so we're now 16 years old. And the awards program looks to recognise excellence across the several categories across the industry, both at an individual level and also at centres. It's initially a state-based program to begin with, so we identify our winners in each state category before they then progress to our national awards night, which will be in September in Sydney, where we bring all our state winners together and we announce who's the best in Australia. We're also very fortunate that some of our national winners will actually progress to the APCAL National Conference, which we held in Hong Kong in November. So some of our lucky winners will actually find themselves off to Hong Kong. It's a very structured program, and we really look to try and feedback as much as we can back to all the nominees. So everyone, not only just the winners, gets a lot out of the program.
Michael, you mentioned judging is currently underway for 2011. How's it going, and what are the common themes you're seeing this year?
Our judging instead is very comprehensive, with almost 80,000 measurements taken during our awards program. You can appreciate we get a lot of information, a lot of benchmarking data comes back into the ATA, which we then feed upon. Certainly the focus at the centre level is all about doing more with less. There's no doubt about across all industry sectors, all our centres are trying to improve their efficiencies, using through the existing technologies, improving their technologies, improving their peoples. We're also seeing the strategic growth of the contact centre in the organisation. There's no doubt about the contact centre today actually owns the customer base, and that is now being recognised more and more by senior management. But by and large, the standard gets higher every year. Our call centres are working harder every year, there's no doubt about it, but they're really celebrating their achievements as well.
Well, if there's ever an industry that likes a party, it's a contact centre. So I understand it's too late to enter the awards for this year, but how can we still get along to the awards night in each state?
You're right, Sarah. Contact centre people do know how to party, they do know how to celebrate, and our awards nights really offer that to people. Held in each state, the awards nights allow people to come and celebrate the achievements of themselves and their peers and to network with other people. The awards celebrations kick off in the Queensland chapter on Friday the 15th of July at the Brisbane Convention and Exhibition Centre. This is followed by a WA chapter who celebrates on Saturday the 16th of July at the Birdswood Entertainment Complex. The Vic Party is away on Friday the 22nd of July at the Grand Ballroom of the Sofitel on Collins, followed by New South Wales, their awards night being held on Friday the 29th of July at the Big Top at Luna Park. And then last but not least, our South Australian chapter kicks up their heels on Friday the 5th of August at the Seabull Playford. So there you have it, lots of activities and events around our awards. For further details and prices, you can visit the ATA website at www.ata.asn.au.
Now, a recent ATA initiative was the Continuous Career Development Program. Can you explain to our viewers what it is and how it came about?
Well, the Continuous Career Development Program, we're really excited about this particular program, given the focus in it on its people. And the CCD program really looks to recognise the professional development of individuals in our industry. For a while we've had our accreditation program for contact centres, but we thought there was something missing for the individual. And what it looks at is allows individuals to really set up their professional development and what they want to achieve, allows them to identify where they'd like to go and what they'd like to learn and how to advance themselves. And then through a series of setting goals and targets and programs, which are recognised on a points-based system, the ATA is able to recognise their development.
So, Michael, what are some of the other things the ATA are working on at the moment?
Well, Sarah, you've probably heard that the ATA and the CCMA have come together, and we're talking about how we can create a single entity to cover the contact centre industry here in Australia. There's no doubt about the industry is very large and it's very robust, and I think it needs one central, single unity, strong voice to talk for it. So we have to start our discussions. and looking forward to a really good outcome for this. Meanwhile, we still continue, of course. That's only one thing we're doing. So probably more of a local level for the ATA. We're very much looking at our value proposition to our membership. We've actually engaged an external consultant to come into the organisation and have a look at all our operations to make sure we are delivering that value back to our members and how we do that. So that's a big move for us. Our awards program, of course, are culminating with our awards nights at the state level in July, leading to our national awards night, which will be held in Sydney in September in partnership with our national conference, which is always a great event. We've also started planning for our roadshow events, which will be held during October. And these are a series of one-day conference-style events that are held in each state. And for October, we're looking at leadership, people management, the topics we're looking at during the roadshow event this time around.
Now, Michael, each time we interview you, we'll be putting to you a viewer's question. So in this episode, we hear from Juan Souza from Camco. He's heard about the ATA's Standards and Accreditation Program and he wants to know more.
The accreditation program, we commenced that program about 18 months, 2 years ago now, and it's in response to, I think, the increasing professionalism of the industry. And the ATA saw really a need to develop a program to help the industry along that particular path. And as a result, we developed our CCSA program, the Contact Centre Standards and Accreditation Program. It's a program that's built all around the existence of process in a contact centre. We don't want to be prescriptive and dictate numbers, because that's a business decision as to what those numbers are, but it's all built around, do you have a process to cover various aspects? And we cover 41 different parts of a contact centre's operations, from the planning, the leadership, program, all the way through to net the results and how they're doing to improve. We've structured the program at 3 different levels, so it applies simply to a 10-seat contact centre to a 5,000-seat contact centre can still apply for and still be accredited under our program. We believe this to be a first for an industry association to have standards covering the industry space.
Great. Well, Juan, I hope that's answered your question. Michael, you mentioned earlier about state-level chapter committees. So we're now going to pop up state-level contacts on screen. And you can tell us, what are the benefits of getting involved in a committee?
Sarah, our chapter committees do an amazing job. Being a chapter-based organisation, the real strength of the ATA falls with our committees, who provide that local contact for all of our members. So for many years now, they've really been the backbone of the ATA. And with probably about 80 or 90 people who volunteer their time, it really is important to the success of the ATA going forward. Why do they do it? They love it. You know, it was a great industry with some great people. The networking opportunities are really fantastic. They get to meet other people in the industry, and of course they improve their own skill set. They get involved in activities, they get involved in the events, etc. And many of our committee people have been there for many years and a long time. Some with in excess of 10 years service to the ATA. So if you're looking to participate, to be part of the ATA and be part of the industry, I'd suggest you give our chapter TAs a ring and have a talk to them about it. Or if not, contact us at the National Office and we're happy to sort you out from there.
Well, Michael, there certainly seems like a lot going on. Thanks for your time today.
Thanks for having me, Sarah. It's been a real pleasure and I really look forward to the success of Ac3TV.
Well, we've certainly covered a lot of ground today. If you'd like more information, suggest you head to the ATA's website. It's ata.asn.au, where you'll find further information on everything we discussed today.